You probably clicked on this video because you definitely forgot the password to your Windows PC and you're looking at getting back into the PC without having to format it or completely wiping everything from the PC. Of course, you came to the right place, but there are a few things you need to note. First off, you need to make sure that this is your personal PC. You're not doing this illegally. I won't be held accountable for anything regarding that. Secondly, you need to make sure you have a thumb drive. Some people would call it a pen drive, others would call it a flash drive. You need to have one of these with at least 8 GB of storage on there. We'll be formatting that drive, so you need to also make sure there's nothing on it that is very essential to you. Then we'll proceed to download the software known as Hiren's Boot CD. I'll be leaving the link to that in the description, so you could just click on it and download it. And we'd need Rufus as well to create a bootable drive with the thumb drive you have. Let me add that this doesn't work 100% with Windows 11 PCs, and if your device is protected by a Microsoft account, you can't as well bypass it. So first off, we'll make sure that we extract the RAR file. I have the link in the description. It has the files of the Hiren Boot PCD and Rufus. We'll open Rufus first because that is what we would need to make the pen drive or flash drive bootable. Click on select and locate the Hiren Boot PCD file. Depending on where you extracted it to, select it and then go ahead to start creating a partition for it. Now the partition scheme is something you should bear in mind and be very cautious of, because depending on the kind of partition scheme, you might not be able to break into the PC at the secondary boot volume. I don't know if you get me, but what I basically mean is you have to just make sure that you know the partition scheme for your drive. But if you don't and you try a first one and it doesn't work, you can come back, start the entire process again and select the second one. Could either be GPT or MBR. Either of them should work for you. My pen drive was a GPT scheme, so yes. Click on start and you'll be asked to do this because of course it's going to format the drive and you should bear that in mind. Now we wait for it to finish processing and we can proceed to the next steps. It's done. We're going to go ahead and unplug the USB drive safely and then make sure we shut down the PC. Once it's shutting down, you need to find your boot sequence key. Now it's a boot key that would open up a user interface that should help you select you to boot the PC via the USB drive, which is essential. We'll boot it via the USB drive. If you can't see this here again, you just have to go back to Rufus and then do that. Now click on data recovery once the new Windows 10 user interface opens, and then on the left panel, look for the part that says security. Now when you click on security, you should find something that says passwords and click on that as well. Now click on NT password and then go ahead to do these things. Now first off, you have to make sure that the directory is exactly correct just to be safe. Then go ahead and click on open. When you click on open, you should see continue. Ignore the warning, you don't really need that. Then you should see the accounts on your PC. Make sure to select the account with your name on it and then click on the unlock button to unlock the PC. That's it. You can decide to change the password if you want to. It's really not a biggie. You can change it or you could just leave it like that. It's going to clear the password that was previously on it too as well. And you can do that for all the accounts on the PC just to stay on the safer side. But let me add that if you're a Windows 11 user, you might encounter slight issues. Also, if you're somebody who uses a Windows 10 PC but is logged to a Microsoft account, you will still have issues regarding to that, sorry. But most of the people who just use normal passwords should have it easy. So that has been it for the video. If you found it very helpful, make sure to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well, as that would mean a lot to me. And make sure to share the video to anyone who might need this as well. I'm Delpy, and as always, we will talk more, Charlie.